Everyone is playing games with you, but nobody taught you the rules. Every conversation you have, every interaction at work, every relationship you build, they are all part of complex social games with winners and losers. And right now, you are losing because you do not even know you are playing. What I am about to reveal will fundamentally change how you see every human interaction for the rest of your life. The uncomfortable truth is that manipulation is not something that bad people do to good people. Manipulation is something that aware people do to unaware people. And if you are unaware of the games being played around you every single day, you are not the player, you are being played. Let me give you an example that will wake you up to this reality. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly get promoted at work while you struggle despite being more qualified? Have you noticed how certain people always seem to get their way in group decisions? Have you observed how some individuals can walk into any room and immediately command respect and attention? These people are not necessarily smarter, more talented, or more deserving than you. They simply understand the rules of the game that you were never taught. They know how to use strategic silence to make others uncomfortable and reveal information. They understand how to create scarcity around their time and attention to increase their perceived value. They know how to frame conversations in ways that make their preferences seem like the obvious choice for everyone involved. They have mastered the art of making other people feel important while secretly gathering intelligence that gives them strategic advantages. But here is what most people do not understand about these social games. They exist whether you participate consciously or not. You cannot opt out of the game. You can only choose to play it skillfully or be played by others who understand it better than you do. The rules of social power have remained consistent across cultures and centuries because they are based on fundamental aspects of human psychology that do not change. People are predictably driven by ego, fear, desire for status, need for security, and craving for validation. When you understand these drives, you can predict behavior, influence outcomes, and position yourself strategically in any situation. Let me teach you the first and most important rule that will immediately change your results in every area of life. Never reveal everything you know or feel. The person who talks the most in any interaction is the person with the least power. The person who asks the most questions controls the direction of the conversation. The person who remains calm while others become emotional automatically gains psychological advantage. This is not about being manipulative in a harmful way. This is about understanding that influence is a skill that can be developed ethically to create better outcomes for everyone involved. When you know how to communicate more effectively, build stronger relationships, and navigate complex social dynamics, you become more valuable to other people, and they naturally want to help you succeed. But most people never develop these skills because they believe that good intentions are enough. They think that working hard and being nice will eventually be rewarded. This naive approach leaves them vulnerable to people who understand that results matter more than intentions, and that strategic thinking beats wishful thinking every single time. The world is not fair, and it does not owe you anything based on your good character or hard work alone. But the world does respond predictably to certain strategies and approaches that you can learn and apply. When you start thinking strategically about your interactions, everything changes. You begin to notice patterns in how people behave that you never saw before. You start recognizing when someone is trying to manipulate you, and you develop the skills to either redirect the interaction or turn their tactics against them. You learn to create win-win situations where others feel good about giving you what you want. You discover how to build genuine influence based on providing real value while also protecting your own interests. This is not about becoming a sociopath or losing your moral compass. This is about becoming sophisticated enough to operate effectively in a world where everyone else is already using these strategies, whether they admit it or not. The most successful people in business, politics, and relationships are not the nicest people. They are the most strategically intelligent people. They understand that good intentions must be combined with effective methods to create the results that allow them to help more people and live the lives they want to live. So how do you start developing these skills without compromising your integrity? First, become an observer of human behavior. Start paying attention to the subtle dynamics in every conversation, meeting, and social interaction you witness. Notice who has the real power, how they maintain it, and what strategies they use to influence outcomes. Second, learn to ask better questions. Instead of making statements that reveal your position, ask questions that gather information about the other person's motivations, concerns, and decision-making criteria. Third, practice strategic patience. Most people are in a hurry to get what they want and end up revealing their desperation or pushing too hard. Patient people who can wait for the right moment to make their move almost always win. Fourth, study the classics of strategic thinking. Books like The 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War, and The Prince have remained relevant for centuries because they describe timeless principles of human nature and strategic interaction. And finally, remember that the most powerful manipulation technique is not manipulation at all. It is genuinely caring about the other person's interests and finding ways to align those interests with your own goals. When you can make other people successful while pursuing your own success, you create relationships and opportunities that last for decades. The game is being played whether you understand it or not. The question is, are you going to remain a victim of other people's strategies? Or are you going to develop your own strategic intelligence and start winning the games that matter? If you are ready to stop being naive about how the world really works and start developing the strategic thinking that will transform your results in every area of life, follow this channel and turn on notifications. The education you never received about power, influence, and strategic interaction starts here. What is one situation in your life where you now realize you were being played because you did not understand the rules? Share it in the comments below, and let us analyze what strategies could have changed the outcome.